In this lesson, your essential question is how would you measure the amount of energy in the world's largest rice cake? Look at the world's largest rice cake with this big crowd of people gathered around. To answer this question, you will have to measure with precision, perform calculations, and determine the amount of energy contained in foods. Our lesson goals today will be focused on goal number 2 here. Today, focusing on performing calculations based on data on a nutritional label using dimensional analysis. To do that, we'll have to discuss matter, energy, calories, kilocalories, what are units of measurement, and how can we do conversions between those units of measurement using this food label. Here is the food label for Corn Crunch cereal. What units of measurements are on this food label? I can see there are cups, grams, there are percentages of the daily value that's recommended by the Food and Drug Administration. There are also milligrams. What is each unit measuring? The cups are measuring a serving size, or grams. There are calories, which is a unit of energy. There are grams of fat, cholesterol, sodium, potassium, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, sugar, and protein. And there's other information here about the ingredients and the vitamins contained in the food. And careful, if you have a soybean allergy, not to consume this cereal. So if I wanted to know how many calories a person who ate 3 servings of cereal without milk would consume, you might do a simple mathematical equation in your mind. Well, if it's 110 calories per serving, as shown right here, I would have to multiply that amount by 3. And lots of you can do that calculation in your head. However, there is a process here that makes converting between units of measurement very simple, in case there encounter times where you cannot do it so easily in your head, and that's what I'll show you here. So our first step number 1, determine your starting quantity and your unit of measurement. So we're starting out with 3 servings. And then I want to determine the ratio of my starting unit to my desired unit. So I have a ratio right here, as shown on my food label, that there are 110 calories per serving. Now step 3 is to multiply across. If I have set up my ratio with the units that I want to convert to on the top, so I want to end up knowing how many calories there are, I multiply 3 times 110, and I get 330 servings times calories divided by 1 serving. And my last step cancels out the units. So if I divide servings by servings, it cancels. And if I divide 330 by the number 1, I'm left with 330 calories. Let's look at another example. A person who eats 2 servings of cereal, each with half a cup of milk, will consume how many calories? So first, I need to determine the starting quantity and the unit of measurement for that starting quantity. I'm given 2 servings, so that's my starting amount. And a serving with half a cup of milk is actually, in this column, 150 calories per serving. So I, with my pen here, okay. So I have my starting ratio with my calories in the numerator position, since that's what I'm trying to figure out. And now I can multiply across 2 times the 150 will give me over here. And now I can divide these units to cancel out. Dividing something by itself cancels it, and the 300 divided by the 1 gives me the same number of calories. So to summarize, units of measurement help us describe the amounts of matter and energy. We can describe the amounts of energy in different ways by performing a unit conversion. And unit conversions describe equal amounts of matter and energy with different units. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have completed your guided notes as you followed along.